What's up, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the shop, you know what I'm saying? ENT shop. So where you get faith, facts, and honest reactions, you know what I'm saying? And today, I would just want to talk a little bit about how, um, you know, whether they dead or alive. Because all mine gone, rest in peace. Mom, dad, all my grandparents on both sides of the family. They all passed when I was young. But I remember how stern that was when we were growing up. And, when they was alive and they was living, everybody used to be kind of like in sync. To where today everybody kind of doing their own thing. And that's weird because we all had the same upbringing and we all, pretty much, we did our own thing, but we had a bottom line to where everybody, agreed to. And that's what made me wonder if, like I said, dead or alive, if your grandparents, like you're an adult now, would your grandparents be satisfied with the person you turned out to be? Don't shoot the message. I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know. Because I feel like my grandparents and my parents, they could see what they instilled in me today. And a lot of people can't say that. A lot of people can't say that. And it'd be hard to watch because I know, especially folks who I grew up with, and we have a lot of the same upbringing. You know what I'm saying? But everybody kind of steer off and go their own road, which is fine. It's your life. Do what you want to do. But with your grandparents, or if your parents not here, would they be proud of you today? Answer yourself that question. I know mine would. You know what I'm saying? That's something everybody got to kind of deal with on their own. And I just feel like, if you're not happy or you don't think they would be happy, why aren't you working toward getting closer to what they instilled in you? I'll wait. I'm just saying, because if this is what they taught you, why did you steer from the path anyway? Because I'm not saying they knew everything. I'm saying, but they knew enough to get you to this point. You know what I'm saying? Because being an adult, you see, it's a lot harder on this side than it was being on the child side. Just saying. I was forced to grow up because I had no choice. Growing up when we grew up, life kind of sped up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit to adulthood, and then wasn't ready for it, but adapted, and I'm okay now. So ask yourself that question. That's a real question I want you to ask yourself. Would your parents or grandparents, anybody who raised you or played a part in raising you, that's no longer here, are you meeting their expectation? I know, I feel like I am, you know what I'm saying, on my side. So we're going to get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a few little videos. I tried to find something that can kind of relate to that, but it wasn't nothing out there. So I found as close as I can get to it that made some kind of sense to what I'm trying, to the point I'm trying to make. Let's jump into it.
There's a reason why the disconnection from God and the disconnection from family are exploding at the exact same time. Because when people step away from God, they step away from accountability and truth. And suddenly everything is about feelings and comfort and my truth and not wisdom, not humility, not real connection. And the first place that mindset shows up in is in their home. Faith teaches patience. It teaches forgiveness. It teaches you how to stay, how to repair, how to honor where you come from. And this culture teaches the opposite. If it's uncomfortable, call it toxic. If it challenges you, cut it off. So families are collapsing and parents are being blamed. Relationships are being thrown away like they mean nothing, because when faith disappears, so does the ability to repair, love, connect, and see the bigger picture. And instead of healing, people cling to their pain like it's their identity, and they push away the very people who love them the most.
All right. That's what they do. I did a video a couple days ago on facts and feelings. And because you're not able to digest the facts and live with it, own it, like instead of like when it's something you don't want to hear, attacking people like she was saying, would your grandparents be proud of you? Or your parents or whoever, you know what I'm saying, that played a role in your upbringing? Would they be like satisfied with your the way you act, dude, your mannerism? Like, are you acting like an adult? Because we got like a lot of even when I was looking for these videos today, I kept finding stuff like adult kids. Like, no, you either one or the other. Like, and see, that's the problem. I think, it says in the Bible that, when you, play as a child, you know what I'm saying, you act as a child. But when you become become an adult or whatever, you put away childish things. And that's not saying you can't have fun, because you can't have fun as an adult, man. Come on, let's keep it real. I'm talking about you can have fun without getting intoxicated, or, you know what I'm saying, doing some crazy stuff. Like, you can actually have genuine fun as an adult. But, like I said, y'all ain't learn how to separate the two. And, like, that's something you have to go within on that one, because that ain't, like, nobody's fault but your own. Because, like I told you, and I'm going to keep telling you, the only person you can control is you. Nobody else. Like, and quit trying to, control other folk when you got to first learn how to control you. If you control you, it'll work itself out. I told you, go back to the 80s, man. Mike has had a whole song called Man in the Mirror. It started with him. You got to ask him to change his ways and nobody else. I mean, because if you can change your ways and meet what you was taught growing up, now don't get me wrong, just meet what you was taught and actually try to live those ways. Now don't get me wrong, I know some kids didn't have it good. I get that. Some kids went through a lot. Even given y'all circumstances, you still have God. I mean, he heals all things. You know what I'm saying? He actually see all. You know what I'm saying? He recording everything we do and say. So I'm pretty sure he know what you're going through. Because Jesus came to this earth, walked in our existence just to see what the sin felt like. Like, what, not so much the sin, like, see what our experience felt like. Man, he know everything we're trying to go, everything we done been through. He done been through it. So we can't sit there and play the victim all the time. Sometimes we just got to stand up. Because sometimes stuff happens to you for a lesson, but you can't find it, or you can't see the lesson because you're too busy trying to worry about what happened to you. Now, I get that it happened, but you can work through that. Because what don't kill you make you stronger. So you have to, like, get out your own way and own feelings, man. Sometimes, I can't about tell you how to feel. Can't about tell you how long to feel. But at some point, you have to, like, stand up. Because, what don't kill you make you stronger. Iron sharpens iron. And so let's get into the next one, man.
Before my grandfather died, he told me something that stuck with me forever. He said, "Son, nobody is coming to save you." I said, "What do you mean?" He looked at me and said, "One day, life is going to test you. And you're going to realize no one is showing up to fight your battles for you. No superhero, no miracles, no rescue. Just your mindset, your discipline, and your decisions." That hit me hard. You see, most people stay stuck waiting for rescue. Meanwhile, disciplined people are changing their lives. You either become your own rescue, or you spend your whole life waiting. Then he said something I'll never forget. He said, "Pressure creates diamonds, but only if the diamond survives the pressure." And that's when I realized the strongest people aren't saved, they're forged. Stay strong. I'm out.
Hey, I couldn't have said that better myself. Because you do have a lot of people sitting there waiting on somebody to come rescue them. When the person that's going to rescue you is you. You have to get up, stop blaming folk for stuff you can do. Only thing you was promised in this world was life. You've been given that. The rest is on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, when you're a child, yeah, mom and dad's supposed to be there for you. But even if they were, it's still on you. Because you can't. My wife used to watch this show, Ayanna Fix Me. And it was a part that kind of stuck to me on this show. Because she was watching it, I didn't watch it. And this one lady was, when I was with one man, he was on the show. And she was trying to teach him, some stuff. And they was battling back and forth. And then she started talking to the kids. And the kids was at that point in the mindset. Like he said, it's about mindset. You got to change that mindset, man. He said the kids were like, "I'll never forgive him," you know what I'm saying, how he did me and all that nonsense, which is true because it happened, but that's what's holding them back. The mindset is simple. I mean, when she said what she said, it just blew me. She said her statement to that was, you want to blame your dad because he wasn't there. You have all right to. But think about this. She was like, how do you know your dad was raised by a dad? How do you know he knew how to be a dad? So you blaming a man for something he didn't know how to do. And okay, most men stick in there and figure it out. Most women stick in there and figure it out. Some run away. I get it. But you can't blame the person. It's still on you. Think about this. Some of the greatest people on this earth went through pure trauma. Like, if you ever seen the movie Get Up with James Brown, everything he went through, you know, his mom and dad fighting, they giving him to the little brothel lady and all that. He going through everything what he went through. But think about it. Had he stayed with his mom and daddy, we might wouldn't know who James Brown was. Sometimes God puts you in places for a purpose, man. So the real you can be born. But y'all too busy trying to blame some stuff on other folk, man. And like he said, you sitting there waiting to be rescued when you have all the power, man. Like I said, God gave you to stand up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because in this world we live in the United States, we all have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Pursue the happiness that makes you happy. Like, I can have everything you like. I can have cars, clothes, all the money in the bank, you know what I'm saying? Big cars, wife, kids. Like, I have everything you think is appeasing to you. And then I hand it all over to you and it don't make you happy. That's not your happiness. You have to pursue what makes you happy. That's the pursuit of happiness, dude. Everybody's happiness is different. I want to ramble a little bit, man, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I digress, but I'm just trying to point to stop trying to thinking somebody gonna come rescue you when you have all the ability, man, to get up and rescue yourself. You just gotta do this one thing, put in that work. I'm telling you, put that work in, man. One day at a time. It works itself out. Just have to pick, you know what I'm saying, get a consistent pattern going, consistent mindset. Like, you got to change the way of your change the way of thinking. You got to think like, I know I can do this. I know I can do this. I mean, you got to do this every day. It's like almost like a chant, like the little internet could. I think I can. I think, like, you got to do you got to do that in real life, though. That's what I'm saying. And I promise you, you put your head down and do that consistently. Over time, you'll look up, man, and you'll be at the destination you're trying to get to. So quit blaming other folks so you can do yourself, man.
So my friends in our 50s, they have kids. Let me just help the kids. I got kids, but I'm going to help the other kids. Let me tell you what your mother and father are trying to tell you. We're not going to keep repeating ourselves. Like, if you ask us something, we give you an answer. That is the answer. Me, when I was growing up, and my mother told me something, and I asked why, because I said so. That was it. Case closed, end of discussion. But these kids these days, they want to go back and forth. I don't go back and forth. We're not going to keep going back and forth. We give you the answer, and that's it. And then on the other hand, when y'all ask us for advice, and we give you the answer to the question. Now, I've been here for 50 years. 50 and a half. Hello? We know some things that y'all don't know. We know some things. So if you ask us for our advice, and we give you a suggestion, but then you want to come back with your own, you know, to do your own thing, and we're not going to keep going back and forth. We love y'all, but we're not about to do that.
Hey, I ain't mad at her. You feel me? Because you do have that. You know what I'm saying? Where kids like you to understand wisdom is everything. Like, we was raised to respect the elders. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And like I told you, a lot of y'all don't know what that means. So I go back to my original statement on this video. With your parents, grandparents, whoever that you that left this life, would they be proud of you on handling stuff like that? Because these kids nowadays, they're not learning like we was taught. They question stuff that ain't got to be in the question. I mean, we used to get down and get smacked in the mouth. We were kids asking a grown folk something. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you don't get like we can be the kid. We can be like on the weekend or whatever, and they having like a company over, and they playing cards or dominoes or just playing good music and just chilling. And then you walk in there and try to look in them folks' face. Boy, if you don't get up out of grown folk face and go do something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't even take no telling me 2-3 times. It was one time. And I think the second time, you getting popped. Period. So I'm like saying, like, that's why these kids so soft today. That's why they so soft today. And believe it or not, I still use some of them old school tricks that my mom and dad used to do because, hey, it worked on us. Walk up, see kids, you walk up, you got a bunch of folks sitting down and the kids sitting down, man, you don't get up and let grown folks sit down? I'm saying, you got young legs, make a move, you know what I'm saying? Get them walk around, boy, you got young legs. And for real, like she said, wisdom, man, we've been around here long, like, because y'all young folk nowadays have no respect for elders. Y'all make it as old as a bad thing, which is crazy because most of y'all ain't even making it to, after 20s or even making to the 25 mark or to the 30. Like I'm saying, one thing I remember my mom used to always tell me was just keep on living. Just keep on living. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I'm telling you, every day is a blessing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I have wisdom to pass down. I tell my kids them every day, y'all missing out. I'm telling you, like, y'all don't want none of this information. I try to force feed them to it sometimes, but it don't feel the same when it's forced. I would like a willingness. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want the information. Now, don't get me wrong. When it's something I'm doing, I got them in my moment because at that point, they little antennas up, so I got them. And I hit them with everything at that point. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm finna, I might run 2 or 3 good ones in there on them, you know what I'm saying, before they disappear on me. But the way life's set up, the old school always pass down the information, man. That's how the young ones learn. That's how they come up to, when they get of age, they can pass that information down. It's a cycle. And young folks don't even get it because y'all so arrogant and so cocky and ain't been through nothing, but yet you know everything. And when it's time for you to get old and pass your information down to some young folk, you ain't gonna have none. You're gonna hand down some pitiful information that don't nobody want. You hear me? And man, look, I'm saying. But it's like life is like my boy said, life is like a box of chocolates. Goddamn, just never know what you're gonna get.
Some of you young people think that by calling somebody old, it's an insult. Nah, that's one of the biggest compliments that you could give somebody, especially in today's times. In today's world, where life is moving fast and people are checking out early, being able to say that you lived long enough so that some of you young people can call you old is actually a real flex. That means you survived. That means you've been through storms, that you've seen ups and downs, and you're still standing. Young people need to stop thinking that old is some kind of diss. What you should be doing is pulling up a chair and listening. Because those that came before you have already walked through the pitfalls that you're about to face. And the smart ones, they'll learn from the wisdom instead of repeating the same mistakes. Don't run from age, embrace it. Because truthfully, what's the alternative? Because the real goal is not to just live, but to live long and thrive. Being called old, OG, unk, isn't a disrespect. It's proof that you made it further than most.
Facts. I'm just saying. And that's how it's supposed to be. But, these young folk, they think they know something. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand how you think we learn what we learn. We sit down, we listen to people of our elder. You know what I'm saying? We listen to those who came before us because they done been through something. They can help you, like, bypass a whole little mistake that you don't have to make. Now, don't get me wrong. Life is undefeated. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's going to always teach you what you need to know. Sometimes it's going to miss on a lot of stuff you need to know. But it's going to teach you what you need to know, too. And I know I said that twice, but that's how it works. It's going to teach you what you need to know. Then sometimes it won't give you what you need to know. So, some stuff you have to figure it out. And, that pendulum will swing both ways. No fear. So, ain't no other way of looking at it. Like he said, quit always trying to diss old folk. And one day, if you keep living, like my mama used to say, hey, you're going to get old. And then you got to pass the information down. But do you want to pass down information to a hard-headed, arrogant, cocky, need to be smacked in the mouth? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, dude. Like, y'all ain't thinking. Y'all just, think you know everything. They ain't live life yet. Still wet behind the ears. I bet you I ain't never heard that before. Yeah, boy, still wet behind the ears, man. You just still got milk on your breath. But this was a good little video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. You feel me? Just leave a comment, like hit the like button, share this job, and like I said, we're gonna get back because you at the ENT shop, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got just good reactions, facts, faith. You know what I'm saying? And just honest reactions. So thank you for stopping by. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment, and we'll holler back. Peace.
Every corner's got a story to tell. From the first hello to the last farewell. Welcome to the shop. Come in and stay, where the world feels a little brighter today. Take a look around, let your worries drop. You belong right here. Welcome to the shop. Yeah.